Charles is one of the last surviving Tuskegee airmen, the first black fighter pilots, and he also happens to be Ian's great-grandfather.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Nancy Pelosi's team trying to get a video featuring her removed from the internet. They've lobbied Twitter, they've lobbied Facebook to no avail. I'm going to go ahead and play the video as I'm talking because it's kind of a long clip in its entirety. It's like 5 minutes. If you want to see that, I'll link to it in the box. But also, I think I'll be able to narrate the clip without the audio from that clip, just with the visual. It'd be a good way for you to see what's happening and for me to explain my points. And then I get on to my next particular point in the video. Now, we all saw the President's State of the Union address, or at least most of us saw it. If you did see it, you know that it was a good one. He hit on a lot of different points that we as Americans are feeling. And the biggest part for me, at least, and for many of you as well, was when he brought out some of the guests. I mean, he brought out the 100-year-old Tuskegee airman all the way down to a 9-year-old girl trying to get to a better school in Philadelphia in her single-parent household. And a lot in between. You had Rush Limbaugh, the military family getting reunited, people that are victims of violence from illegal aliens, all of that. Now, in this clip, you see what's happening. When Trump makes a point about another great American and what they've done, what they're trying to do, what they've gone through, you see Nancy Pelosi ripping the speech up. Now, according to Nancy Pelosi's team, this is misleading because, yes, she did rip the speech, but she didn't rip it after every point the president made. Okay, so they're trying to say, oh, this is false, this is edited, this, that, and the third, take it down. Well, let's back up a little bit here, boss. Whoever this guy is from Pelosi's camp, I'll place his tweet on the screen before you. Let's back up a little bit here, boss. This is called a meme, all right? It is what it is. And let's not act like Nancy Pelosi didn't do what she did. After the entire speech where he honored everyone, where he spoke about how great America was doing and all the voters in America, how great we are. After he said all that, then she ripped the speech. So you might as well have ripped it after every point about each person was made. It's the same thing. The video just highlights that point. A lot of times that's what memes do. They're funny, they're informative as memes. It's a parody type of thing. It's not really meant to be like, this is exactly what happened. So one of the guys from Facebook came out and said the same thing I said. It's like, well, look, she did rip the speech and he did make those statements, the president that is. So where is the false information there? It'd be different if it was kind of a deep fake where you'll see somebody saying something that they didn't say or doing a thing they didn't do. Just false information like that. That's something else. That's different than what this was. This was a mashup of real clips that came from the State of the Union address. So it's not fake information. Now, Twitter has a policy coming out next month that may have flagged this particular video. It may not have removed it, but it may have put a warning on it talking about, oh, this may not be real, this, that, and the third. Now, part of me is saying what is most likely the case, which is people like Nancy Pelosi, staff, or whoever that is, Twitter itself with this new policy are trying to stifle conservative voices because they know we can meme very well. The left can't meme, so they're trying to crack down on memes to make us be less effective. On the other end, it could be people that just don't know what a meme is. They don't understand. They can't tell the difference. But I think that's the extreme minority. I think most of us understand what a meme is. Most of us understand what a joke is. There's a thing called humor. There's a thing called comedy. But the biggest thing here is that these things actually did happen. Now, in the correct order and sequence, that's a different story. But she did rip the speech and Trump did say those things. And beyond that, I don't think Nancy Pelosi or her team should say anything about this because last I checked, ripping the speech was actually a crime because that was not her property. That was federal property, and she could get locked up for that. Now, will she be locked up for it? I doubt it, but she could be. So if you committed an offense you could get locked up for, then why would you be out here talking about memes and take it down, all this, that, and the third? At the end of the day, as I close, I think that the left does not really have much to go on. They're trying to get people for memes and all kind of stuff. They're trying to take away all the advantages we have, and they're trying to protect whatever they got going on. All right. It's a typical do as I say, not as I do. Always, they put out fake info about us 24/7 on their news platforms. When I say they, I mean the left, because the left and the mainstream media are pretty much one and the same, but I digress. The point is that they put out fake things. I'm talking about totally false, not true. The whole P-gate kerfuffle with the Russians and Donald Trump. I mean, so much fake information, so many false stories. It's ridiculous. But when the meme comes out, and shout out to Turning Point USA and the squad over there, you guys do a bang up job. Keep on rocking. They ain't going to be able to censor you, but I'll move on. You want to talk about memes over there on the left? It's pretty desperate. It's pretty ridiculous. And I expect more of this to be happening once 2020 gets closer. They know they can't win. They know they don't have a good candidate out there. There's nobody really going to be able to beat Donald Trump or come anywhere close. So they got to be doing things like, oh, he's not playing fair. He's using effective memes. Cut it out. How about get a better candidate, get a better platform? And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that the left are trying to manipulate social media and their mainstream media connections to make those of us on the right be weaker, taking away memes, taking away satire sites like Babylon Bee? Babylon Bee is a well-known satire site, right? All of a sudden you have Facebook fact-checking it. It's weird. I'm not really understanding what's going on. People are trying to say that they thought things on Babylon Bee were true and they got misled, like it was fake news, like they were publishing fake news, but it's literally a satire site. Does it say more about Babylon Bee that their stories are like too real, or that the stories are so absurd and absurdity has become the new reality that they are now kind of like in the same vein of CNN or MSNBC? Is that where we've come to, where like outright well-known satire is compared to mainstream media because they're both just totally out there and ridiculous? How do you feel about memes being in jeopardy? Are we not going to be able to have any more memes on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter? Is that the direction we're going in? Whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.